I always wanted to. Like, I knew that I would at some point. I just eventually got the courage to. I did like some. Like, when I was in high school, I didn't do like stand-up. I would like host like pep rallies and stuff like that. Just did some public speaking stuff. I knew I'd do it at some point. And one day, I just got too drunk and didn't do a very good job, but I loved it, so I just kept doing it. So I did it ever since. I like prepared for it so much. Actually, it didn't go so bad for your first time, and I was definitely very nervous, and I definitely just stuck to the script, which was the thing that I had to work hard to break away from. But it was great. I went skydiving one time, and they're very comparable. It felt very similar. You know, so it was beautiful. Well, I remember the first special I ever saw when I was a kid. Me and my friend watched Robin Williams do his Live at the Met. So I remember seeing that and being like, I knew who Robin Williams was because he was an actor, but I was like, that's like his, like, he gets to just do that, and people. But I actually rewatched it like a year ago or so after he died, and like I'm surprised I liked it because a lot of stuff like I don't, there's like a lot of like politics and like stuff about like cocaine, which I obviously didn't know anything about, but like the idea was just so awesome that I loved it. But I love that. I like all of Louis C.K.'s stuff. He's my other favorite guy. I like. I tend to like storytellers. Like Mike Birbiglia is one of my favorite guys. He tells really good stories, and Paul F. Tompkins. Those kind of guys. That's okay. For sketch shows, my favorite guys of all time was Whitest Kids You Know. They were so funny. They had a great style. I liked Human Giant. Watch Saturday Night Live every once in a while. No, his girlfriend. No, I'm going to remember some as soon as we stop this. But Whitest Kids You Know are definitely my favorite guys. They're pretty awesome. For sitcom, I really like Louis a lot. I think it's absolutely groundbreaking. I think it's super fun.
For now.
Enjoy it.
It's definitely my favorite sitcom. For other funny shows, I like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Arrested Development. Those are kind of my two. They were like The Office, obviously, and kind of stuff. Films, actually, it's weird. I kind of like more like I don't really like comedy films as much as I like kind of dramas. Like same with. I spend more of my time watching, like more dramatic TV shows. So I'm kind of different that way. My favorite movies are like The Departed. Like Fight Club is one of my favorites. David Fincher's my favorite director. He did Fight Club and Seven and Social Networks, all of his movies. I really like all those. Man, that's a great question. I mean, any is there like a famous comedian? I think I know I brought him up earlier, but I think Mike Birbiglia would be really good. I think I could, I think my style's kind of similar to his, so I think that would kind of blend well together, so it would make sense for me to open for him. So yeah, I think that's one that makes the most sense. My favorite roast comedian of all time, obviously, Greg Giraldo. He did all the Comedy Central roasts, and he was fantastic. Guy, he was so good. Obviously, if Jeff Ross do all those, he's like considered the roast master in general, and so he'd be great. I'm trying to think if I really like comedians that would make sense to be a roast, but man. I think Bill Burr would be great. I think I've never seen him on a roast, but I know he's done some. Similar to that, Patrice O'Neal. He did one Comedy Central roast, but he does the club in New York all the time. One more, let's see. He did really good. Seth MacFarlane, he does all the Comedy Central ones, but I think he does a great job. I just rewatched the roast of Donald Trump for my Obvious Reasons the other day, and he did a fantastic job on that. So I think he'd make a lot of sense. Well, I've actually wrote and did some directing on a sketch comedy show. It's a local thing that I did with some people from my high school before I did stand up. So we did two of those. Hemorrhage money, didn't make any money at all, so we just had to stop doing that. But I got together. I've been thinking about putting together another one like that and doing like a sketch show. I could start writing and doing stuff like that. So it's definitely, I like to write a movie. I wrote a script that I think could be pretty good. I'm trying to go over that and maybe send that out sometime. So it's any like writing kind of stuff. I would have to do that. And I co-host a variety show on Sundays. So we kind of like to model after like a late night show, with like a Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, like one of those. So writing like monologue jokes about topical events, something I've been branching into over the last year or so, and I really enjoy that and gotten a lot out of it. I don't know, man. I'm not making any super long term. I'm just trying to focus like a show at a time, and I love Jacksonville. Like, this is, I think I could definitely be happy if I stayed here. But I've spent every year of my life here. I've only left for 1 year when I was in college, and so I would like to eventually move to not like a New York or an LA, but just another like kind of mid-level city, and eventually and try to get something started up there just to kind of I think it'd be good for me to have to start over. So I hope that I just want to, I want to keep writing stuff like the sketches we were talking about, and maybe the movie, and maybe try to get something going with that. And definitely always do stand up. That's my favorite thing. So just anywhere I can do that. I'm very shy. I only have my personal Facebook page. I do not have a fan page or anything, but I do interact with people that come to shows sometimes. So that's Forrest Scott. It's Forrest with 1 R and Scott, and then just be a picture of me doing that. That's my profile picture, and yeah, I mean, anybody's welcome to that. I mean, I don't really have any videos on YouTube or anything, so I don't really have much of a social media presence. I am comedian Forrest Scott. Check out my interview on cutie.com.